when we get to a game 4 or potentially game 5, you might have to be playing some weird stuff on both sides.
All right, Renekton Sejuani, a known and deadly top lane jungle combo there for those early skirmishes. Can give you a lot of
rules here for the matchup because you have to always be able to threaten. We've seen Loki, camera on him the entire time, going for these trades, trade after trade after trade after trade. Now that you don't have your flash, you are very vulnerable.
Ulti is ready to use. You can see the teleports for pretty much everyone, all on just about the exact same timer and all not ready, which means anybody that's not here isn't going to be here. Melee guy doesn't have flash, is just tough, man, as Bwipo goes for the dominus here, looks to set it up on Thanatos with Inspired coming in behind with a Glacial Prison. Thanatos is cut down for first blood.
Bwipo, the one doing more damage, is the one not taking the tower who could always finish off the kill.
Ooh, as Inspired now looking for another play. They want to repeat it onto Thanatos. Bwipo teleports in. The Rumble is going to get chopped up again, back to back. Off of the top lane turret.
Yeah, and the last time an MVP won Finals MVP was Bjergsen back in 2015. Inspired looking to do that here today. Off to a great start, you have to say.
For anybody that doesn't have the context on time, 2015 was actually a decade ago. That is a long...
Whoa! Calm down there, buddy.
Oh, man, we're doing it again! Bwipo and Inspired going right back in for the repeat one last time. Thanatos with the flash manages to survive this one. But FlyQuest have a game plan, and that game plan is smack Thanatos around.
And it's interesting, Flowers, because the game plan that Bwipo said last time they were heading into the best of 5 versus Thanatos, he was like, I just got to neutralize Thanatos. Seems like they have raised the priority.
He's looking pretty neutralized.
I mean, we're talking neutralize in like the special ops type of way now. Like, they're taking this guy out. FlyQuest now, they're looking to grab themselves this first turret of the game. Now, it is important to note that feat that you announced earlier, Isaac.
Already ready to fire there. Cloud9, though, they are starting up the Rift Herald, and FlyQuest are here.
Okay, FlyQuest want a challenge for this. C9 have the Herald down to about 5,000 HP, but there's still plenty of work left to do. Inspired jumps in, going after Vulcan here at the very start. Vulcan with the counter engage there for the Magnet Storm, but Boostio with the Pop Blossom finds 3 of them as he goes down. Inspired's got to be careful as Loki wants to kill him off, but he ain't going to find the damage. Vents piercing arrow over the top. Gets it done, but it's still FlyQuest winning the fight 3 for 2. They will claim the Herald as their prize and claim the feats and the boots to go with it.
What an ulti there from Boostio, catching multiple members from Cloud9 right as Bwipo arrives with the teleport. Quad hits him with the sweep.
Teleport ready, but the Rift Herald down mid means FlyQuest are guaranteed mid-prio before the Dragon fight anyway.
All right, the mid lane tier 1 is already down. FlyQuest will not stick around long. They're going to back up towards that Drake now as Blabber has to leave behind the clone and try to exit before FlyQuest start things up. But a TP is coming in from C9. FlyQuest could have found themselves here in a pinch spot. Nice engage there on the quad. The Azir getting away for now. Bwipo trying to cover the exit, but Thanatos goes in for the flash into the shutdown. FlyQuest still getting caught out a little bit here, but again, it's Loki this time trying to use the Pop Blossom. Bwipo's on a rampage as Thanatos falls. Loki's on the run. Bwipo's on the hunt, but he goes too far. C9 get a 3 for 1 with a beautiful pincer attack.
What a setup, Flowers. We have to see the replay on how Loki flanked around the back of the Dragon Pit within Fog of War, and Cloud9 dissect FlyQuest
is just not there.
Low.
If C9 can bring this down fast enough, they might just be able to force it before FlyQuest can really respond. Vulcan using the Magnet Storm defensively. C9 have claimed the Otacon, but now can they get away? Loki's got to try to get out as Masu flies in there with a Killer Instinct. Loki's going to be in some danger, but Bwipo now too. It might just be a 1-for-1. 4v4 on the map as Bwipo and Loki are both isolated and picked off. But now C9 are going back towards FlyQuest lines. The tier 1 turret is still up, so they can't keep going that direction. Blabber with the re-engage looking to find something here as Boostio goes in for the Pop Blossom, but Blabber is still alive. He's trying to get himself back away as C9 scrambles. Vulcan barely hanging on, but the burn from the Leandries almost takes him out. Quad is still burning now too.
Great flash.
He dies as he goes in. A 1-for-1 trade on that, but Sven's gonna hit these arrows. Masu and Inspired still hunting for more. Sven trapped inside the alcove as Vulcan tries to get away, and FlyQuest take out 4.
Oh! Cloud9 get the Otacon, but FlyQuest will be laying the flowers at their graves. They chase them down. Vulcan actually escaped.
Loki's back.
He teleported out. He's got a Sejuani ultimate.
Here comes Bwipo now. It's round
setting up. Right back to action, though. FlyQuest on the reset do get another objective.
And of course, it is, you know, a pretty
Control.
significant.
Again, just using the power of the Nico clone from Busio to scout out that enemy territory. Make sure that nobody's on the
even out.
Nice escape there from Vulcan, though.
Yeah, Quad trying to use the Emperor's Divide, but it doesn't end up working out. Now Blabber wants to put some pressure onto the FlyQuest carries, but he's not going to find enough damage to do that here just yet. The Wukong's got to try to get away over the wall of the Baron pit as Bwipo, with the Dominus active, is ready to slice and dice Vulcan all up, but he won't find enough damage for that kill either. Attempts from both, but Sven with Inspired's Arctic Armor absorbs a lot of that. We'll wait and see if he can get that back in time before the next engage is required, as C9 are going to go ahead and start up the Drake themselves.
Thanatos is split, and he has been spotted. It's going to be hard for him to rejoin the team.
Okay, Loki once again on the same flank he was on the last time around. Quad trying to look out for him as Bwipo approaches from the side. Sven has to flash over the wall to try to stay alive, but Bwipo's going to keep putting the pressure on, and Quad's taking the kill on Sven. FlyQuest have already claimed the objective and the life of the enemy AD carry. C9 on the run. Blabber at only 1/3 HP. That's the enemy jungler. That's the man who might be able to steal something away. FlyQuest know it, and they're going over to Baron.
That right there is why every pro player loves Azir. As a carry, they have safety. Here we go, though, on the face check.
Oh, Bwipo. Pretty far forward, but manages to slice and dice back away. Could still be in a little bit of trouble here as Blabber dies with an EPS from Bwipo and Masu combined, and Loki's got to try to get away, but he's stunned up by Inspired. Thanatos gets a kill back on Bwipo, but now he has to flash over the wall to stay alive. Masu trying to cut off that escape route. Void Seeker goes a little bit to the left, but Thanatos does not have any way home. It's all just about who's going to get the kill at this point, and the answer is Masu, the Acathian Rain.
It makes a lot of sense. If you're going to start Baron up, it's more for a turn in the pick.
Bwipo jumping right in onto Thanatos here, immediately forces the overheat, and with Masu flying in with a killer instinct. They also have a lot of DPS. Kai'Sa and Azir are not going to allow Baron to stay alive for very long. C9 knows that they've got to answer this. The Baron down to just about 4,000 health. Blabber's waiting for his opportunity to maybe go in and steal it. Baron down to 3,500 now. FlyQuest, they're so wanting to avoid some kind of a throw. But now here we go. Blabber's found his way to Masu. Masu tries to get away with a big pop, lost him back and forth. Masu's dominating. Blabber's already dead. Loki stuck in the zone. He's trying to find the kill on the quad, but he will not get it. FlyQuest go 2 for 1. Inspired
to steal it for C9, so FlyQuest will finally claim the reward.
And 100 HP kind of making the difference there, I'm going to be honest, because if Sven kills off the Sejuani, I don't think that FlyQuest just run back out on the map and actually start the Baron in there. 5 seconds, 7K gold lead, soul point, Baron buff. This may be the last stand of Cloud9 in game 1.
There we go, teleporting in for it. Pushing on the top side first, Quad then comes over, and we have the collapse.
Yeah, Loki's already in some danger as Bwipo puts the pressure on him, but Inspired getting caught here could be the big difference. The Glacial Prison misses. Sven with a shutdown on Inspired. The pop also catches Sven at the very end, and Bwipo's made his flank go to the Cloud9, carry a double kill back over to Sven. No, as Masu is now stuck inside of the Zonias. C9 looking for the damage over the carry. They can't quite find it. Blabber's going to be careful here. Masu is running and gunning them all down. C9 thought they had it. FlyQuest says no. They're marching down mid lane.
Oh, Masu still has it in him. Here we go, inside to the base with the Baron Flowers. They're gonna destroy Cloud9's hopes.
Who needs a Dragon Soul when you can take a Nexus? FlyQuest with a 3-man push. Only Thanatos here to try to stop them. The Baron up minions will make short work of the Nexus turrets. The credit for the ace goes over to Quad. It was a battle, but FlyQuest will earn their win in game 1.
Wow, what a banger. What a fun opening game.